Across the spectrum and around the globe, we bring you World Combat Sports.
World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah.
Hello everyone, Scotty White, World Combat Sports. I'm in Tunica, Mississippi. I have with me the Street Twins boxing promotion. And also I have the infamous John Owens and professional fighter Roderick Gilkey. How y'all doing today?
Good, how are you doing?
The first topic, from what I understand, is you all want to mention the big Memphis, Tennessee fight card that's upcoming in 2020. And you all are going to be spearheading that. Can you let the fight fans know a little bit about the process?
The process of putting a fight together is can be difficult because you're trying to work with the calendar at hand that's of course, in Memphis, Tennessee, and in your neighboring cities. And also you want it to flow along with other professional fights so that when those fighters are finished fighting in other cities, they know, okay, my next fight will be in Memphis, my next fight will be in Atlanta, my next fight will be in Augusta, in Tunica, and so forth, where it's a full rotation throughout the year, which will give our fighters in this area every chance and all chances of being able to increase the amount of fights on their box rec and also improve with their skills in boxing. And it also gives them a chance to make another move as well.
An important note, the Street Twins are based out of Memphis, Tennessee. And you previously, threw an amateur fight card in 2019 that did very well. So now you're about to take on a professional level. What do you find is going to be the most difficult process of putting on a professional fight card?
Well, my sister said matchmaking. I don't believe that part. I believe with changing the focus of people in this area. Memphis has had so many downfalls or events coming their way, and it's not up to the standard that they would expect for it to be.
You mean specifically boxing events?
Boxing events. You've had some other events that didn't work out, and when you have a failure in a sporting event such as boxing, it can cause people to not want to participate, or they would think, oh, it's not real.
Right.
It
can create a negative ripple effect.
Right.
So that when the first one doesn't make it or is illegitimate, then that kind of carries over to the next person or the next promoter, and they'll say, well, if the last one was illegitimate, then the next one will be the same. So we really have to go in and change it.
They'll think that you're connected to it, and you're trying to make sure you're not connected to it.
Do you have a projected calendar for this first, professional fight card?
Spring.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not giving the date. We just said spring, spring, summer, fall, winter.
So we want to have one quarterly for each each season.
Any particular fighter you plan on having any celebrity guests? You don't know. You're gonna leave that for the last minute.
We don't want to call out.
Interesting thoughts.
Some
interesting thoughts, but we definitely want to choose a Memphis friendly fighter,
Okay.
if that makes sense. Yeah.
Who's going to be associated with the moving parts? Who all going to be involved in this rise of the Street of Twins, bringing boxing back to Memphis?
Well, of course, you, Scotty.
Okay.
John Owens, who's been with us from the beginning. Roderick, we're hoping to see Roderick rise. Of course, he's going to have some slip-ups, but rise to the occasion.
And really, the people of Memphis, because they're the ones who will really make it or break it in terms of its success.
And we forgot to mention Representative Parkinson and Antonio Bobo.
Both of whom were very instrumental in our very first effort towards boxing, which has been a couple of years ago now, when we
brought Sam Watson and
gave him Deontay Wilder and gave him the key to the city. And so all of this falls right in line with our initial framework, which was to start at the amateur level and build a good pool of fighters, and then eventually take that to the professional level so that we can bring back the big sporting events to Memphis. Like I've said before, and like Brandon said, the largest boxing event at that time was here in Memphis, and that was Mike Tyson and I always forget his name. Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis. Huge fight, and we haven't had a big fight since then. So it takes, you have to go back and crawl and walk and then run. So we're starting over again, and we hope to be running soon.
Awesome words. John Owens, you've been in boxing for, decades. They talk about the framework, so how are you going to participate in helping them paint this boxing Picasso in Memphis, Tennessee?
I already participate. It's like I said, it's their time, it's their turn. They've been with me, I've been with them. Now it's time for them to show the world. It's a changing of the guard, We always said that when man fall back, now they finna show you that they know not just as much, but they got more class than what you see leading right now. That's the only thing I can help them do is support them and be their big brother like I have been for these. But it's their time, it's their turn.
So you're going to be more so an advisor on the team, and then you're going to mesh your experience in the sport and knowledge to help them blossom for that first professional fight card?
They got a crash course at this hands-on.
Yes.
They know.
Yes. Couple crashes.
Yes.
Only thing I can say is they took their bumps, they took their bruises, they took their letdowns, their disappointments.
We took left hooks.
Yeah.
And they took it on
Couple
the
of
chin.
knockouts.
And they took it on the chin, and they durable, they
We
tough.
even took a liver punch.
Can we talk about some of the bumps and bruises? For those who may not know, what bumps and bruises, without being so deep into it, that you all learned in that experience?
Well, what I've learned is integrity is everything. And sometimes you run into people who don't have the level of integrity needed in order to make everyone successful who's worked on a particular project. So you may put your heart and soul into it, and yet you may not get compensated in a way that you originally thought you would. And so that can be very disheartening, but it also makes us, number one, want to make sure that our integrity is on point, so that we can correct those types of things that have happened to us.
All right.
We want to make sure that we are highly ethical in what we do, and that we're known for integrity, both to boxing professionals and to boxers.
You want to caveat, Randy?
Bumps and bruises. I think I've taken most of the bumps and bruises. They hit me first, and then they may just hit Dr. K softly.
No, I've had some financial bumps and bruises that were hit straight to my nose.
As long as it didn't bleed, you know what I'm saying? Scar tissue is okay, you know what I'm saying?
But when I got in this career or area of boxing, John already explained to me that hey, it's not an easy ride. It can be very hard. It's good versus evil, and we want to be on the good side at all times. And when you're the good person or the good angel, a lot of times the bad ones try to take over, and you still have to maintain your integrity at all times. So that can be really stressful and challenging. And sometimes it causes you to use a lot of foreign language that you wouldn't normally use. Isn't it right, Roger?
Hasn't boxing over the years possessed fragmented integrity? Hasn't it been considered a grimy sport? You know, very dirty and underhanded. So what are you all going to do to try to keep that on a level playing field and not be taken advantage of?
Well, when they see us coming, I think the word is already out. That's the diplomatic one, Dr. K. And that short one right there, you can't put nothing past her. So Dr. K is going to say what's politically right.
Okay.
I'm going to say what people are afraid to say. I'm going to just come from the hip and just tell it like I see it. Either you can accept it or not. But being taught by John, either you're going to come in and not ask for what you want. Tell them what you're going to get, not what you're going to give them. Because when I'm providing services for you, I'm going to do everything possible to give you what we expect you're supposed to get or receive.
And I also think that through this process, we have developed discernment, like just the ability to kind of wade through all the crap and really see clearly what's lying beneath the surface. And once you can kind of determine whether a person is being genuine with you from the beginning, that can save a lot of time and a lot of heartache and heartbreak. So I think that's also something that will help us to avoid some of those pitfalls.
Well, it definitely seems like y'all have the plan on track on where you want it to be. That's the bigger picture of everything. And in the sport of boxing, especially being two professional women, you know, educated and understand the fight game, you know, people might still take y'all a little less serious than they would the male promoters that's in the business. So, you know.
Well, I think when they talk to us and they see us in person, and they'll know we're serious. They know we're serious. Yeah.
And a lot of times we feed off of each other. We can be on a call with someone, and immediately I may say, John, something just went to the left. And as soon as we get back on the call, he'll say, Rhonda, you were absolutely right. Or I'm saying the same thing to him, or I'm saying the same thing to Dr. K. So you ask that question, why are you feeling that type of way? As when you stated that, have we taken a lot of bumps and bruises, or how do people feel about us when we're approaching them? What would make you say that?
I just asked because you all are making a footprint in the boxing community. And you know there's not many promoters out there as females. But you all are quite different. You pretty much understand what the sport of boxing is about. you know, you have the advice that John Owens has been a part of the sport for quite some time. So therefore, I was just saying, from what's dominated, male dominated, to you all now coming to the surface and anchoring your name in the boxing community.
Well, I think one good thing is we're both coming from other careers and other things that we've done, so we have other experiences being the underdog, you know, whether it's being the youngest one there or the only African American there or being in a male dominated area. Everybody has their struggles, and so I think knowing how to overcome adverse circumstances, period, will help us know how to handle the situations that we face within the boxing sector.
And then I think all of us have worked in some part of education. And I worked in careers in technology, or back in the day you would say vocational school. So I'm not going to say it was a challenge, but I had to deal with students who may have had some challenges, either academically or physically or mentally.
Yeah.
And I had to accommodate them the best way I could, even though I may have been working with administrators who did not want to accommodate the child. So that can be very, very stressful, and also very challenging. So me coming from that part of my life to this, it all flows together. I'm just pretty much doing the same thing, but in
And she's
another area.
understating it. She was absolutely positively the best cosmetology teacher in Memphis, hands down, period. And she has taken those skills that she developed working with those students, and she does that working with boxers. Because a lot of times because we're looking for those up and coming boxers. And so when we approach it, we look at them like our children, you know, people we can mentor and really help out. And so we kind of hit off of each other. I'm a licensed school psychologist, so I can talk a lot about what I see from my point of view. And then Randa does really well with working with them one-on-one directly. So between the two of us, we're able to figure out what we're working with and the best way to do that.
Yeah, your professionalism radiates the most, and then the bond that you have, and then y'all feed and caveat off one another. In a positive.
Even when we argue, we're feeding off each other.
Yes.
I see you have a Wilder Fury hat on, right? So
Yes.
we want to talk about, they have a fight coming up February 22nd, and we really wanted to get some fresh predictions on individuals that's actually attended some of the biggest fight cards in boxing. So since you have Wilder Fury on, you know, I'll lead with you. How do you see that fight going, and who are you picking to be the favorite?
Well, I know who my favorite is, Deontay Wilder, but that has nothing to do with his skills. I like him. I think he's a great guy and he has a great story. So, you know, of course, I want him to win. But Tyson Fury is also a very likable guy. We sat with his family at the fight, and he's a great guy as well. And by them, you know, really tying each other, they have boxing styles that are totally different from each other. And it's really, really difficult to know who's going to win. I think, you know, Tyson Fury, he was physically in much better shape when he came into the ring. So I think it depends on how well he conditions himself, because Deontay is always conditioned. So it depends, you know, did Tyson stay on the straight and narrow or not? What do you think, Randa?
I think this time Deontay is going to not be so,
Cavalier?
no, not cavalier. He gets too excited.
That's Cavalier.
Yeah, cavalier. Anyway, in the last fight, Wilder, I thought, was so excited to get that type of fight, first of all, where it took him off of his
Focus.
focus.
Yeah.
I think when he comes to the ring this time, he's gonna be focused. He's going to throw Tyson off of his game plan, because this time is the only time for Wilder to get it straight and send the message of being the heavyweight champion of the world. I believe he's the heavyweight champion of the world, but at the last fight, the judges didn't see that. And this particular fight, when he knocks Tyson Fury out, Tyson Fury is going to have to stay out. He can't roll back up and do some jumping jacks and get ready to fight again. He's going to have to literally box him down and get him out of there early, not later. I think he needs to finish him.
He has to finish him early.
Quickly. So,
And apparently he's going to have to do more than, what is it, an 8 count? Because they gave Tyson several counts in that last fight.
what you talking about?
Knock him out, like where he has to
12th
stay on the ground.
They
Yeah.
said Jack Reese gave him like a 13, 14 count.
Yeah.
He did.
He did. And
He-
so
he
obviously you don't have to
hesitated.
knock him unconscious.
He hesitated with the count.
Yes.
Okay. Who does that? I mean, unless,
He said he did it for the spirit of the boxing.
okay, what spirit?
I think he did it for
Exactly.
the spirit
To
of
me, he
the
did it for the
building.
spirit of cheating. You know, we've been seeing a lot of cheating going on in this day. So, but I think with the decision that a lot of people were not satisfied with, because some people were saying that it could have gone the other way. Some people were saying that they felt like Tyson Fury. Now, I can't say Tyson Fury can box. He can box. But Wilder has his punch. Isn't it his right hook? It's the right hand, right? The right hand is a lethal weapon. And he has yet today. Everybody he get in the ring with, he knocks them out. So, you know, he knocked Tyson Fury out twice, right? So,
But I think, again, stuff like that is what makes people question integrity in boxing, because you don't get to recreate the rules just because you decided that, oh, it should go this way.
Right.
If it's an 8 count, it's an 8 count, period. And things like that, that is what discourages the fan. Because
discouraged a
really,
lot of
it
people.
should be how it's supposed to be, period, and the best man should win. And so, you
well,
know,
the rules should be the same,
the rules should
state
be
to
the
state.
same regardless.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that because you're in this person's hometown, this person, you know, automatically has some type of advantage. You know,
What do you feel,
I think
John?
it.
Because John,
John,
you
speak
twisted.
on it.
John is twisted.
John, speak on it, because
Wilder ain't gonna win.
you was.
Huh?
Can you speak a little louder? I mean, I'm just trying to make sure that.
Wilder will not win.
Okay.
Okay, haven't you noticed
Period.
every time
Period. Let's
John
go
always go against the
with
grain?
the skills, because we talking about the skill set.
Okay.
One, Tyson Fury done felt that punch, and he know not to stand the hell in front of him.
So you saying don't get
But
the
as
telephone?
Wilder learned how to stop a jab and stay the hell away from technical boxing,
Okay.
that's the intrigue. One got to stay the hell out of the way with one punch, and one got to stay the hell out of the way of the boxer. It's the boxer versus the puncher. Who endurance
Okay.
and hard gonna outlast the other one? See, boxing is not a game of who hit the hardest or who's the fastest. It's about whoever will get broke first. That's the winner.
Well, if we're talking about will, then you're right. I mean, because anytime a man can be knocked down that many times and then literally rise from the dead,
Yeah, get up. That's
And
what
get
I'm saying.
up, like that
Because
was
it's a mental
incredible.
thing and it's a focus. Then you gotta understand another thing that everybody's not understanding. Ever since that fight with Wilder, who has had the most adversity to face? Tyson Fury almost lost his first fight with Cut. You can't tell me that this man ain't coming. It's a new Tyson Fury. You can't tell me the Tyson Fury that you seen a year ago get knocked on the mat ain't stopping folks now. Because now he's saying, I'm 6'9", I can hit just as hard as him. I'm tall as he is, and I can stop somebody too. So what you better be worried about is Deontay Wilder done been exposed by Big Lou.
I just look at the amount of fights that Deontay Wilder's had
Against nobody.
And when it comes to the 12th round, knocking a fighter down in the 12th round, how many fighters have he had to go that distance with?
Nobody. That's what I'm saying. He ain't fought nobody. See,
Johan Duhaupas, he stopped in the 11th round, but he didn't knock him down.
But
the referee stoppage.
How many people did he fight and where the hell he from? Do you know? I don't know.
Who is Tyson Fury fault to have that much
Wait,
Vladimir Klitschko or old Vladimir Klitschko?
No, then y'all go with the old.
Who is Tyson Fury's fault? Stephen Superior, Francis Pionetta, Tom Schwartz, and Otto Wallen. He let Otto Wallen cut him, and he's like ranked 65 in the heavyweight division.
We talking about now, but let's separate the eras. Deontay came from the Floyd Mayweather cherry pick era. How many world champions in the era of Tyson Fury was before he got on the drugs? Lennox Lewis, Vander Holyfield, Klitschko, the other brother Klitschko. So who era was the best?
They had
This
to
era
fight
now or that era right
in
now?
front of them. Yeah.
So did he duck anybody or did he fight everybody that barbarian put in front of him? Did Ab get on the phone and say, hey, we're going to get you 33 ducks, we're going to let you mow them in the first round, and we're going to make you a world champion. See, all I'm saying is let's respect the game for what the game is. The ones before, okay, Floyd Mayweather would have never made it in the era with Parnell Whitaker, Sugar Ray, the old De La Hoya, the old Cesar Chavez, the old Diego Corrales. He wouldn't have stood up to that. So let's take the transition today. When I say Deontay Wilder ain't fought nobody, let's go how he got 33-0. Now, whether Klitschko was old and decrepit, he still was the world champion for 15 years. After Lennox Lewis vacated that title, he still was the man for 15 years.
One of the most boringest heavyweight fights in history.
Absolutely.
Which one?
Absolutely.
Which one?
Absolutely. But 2 gold medals. Born in hell. But guess what? For 15 years, nobody could make him interesting. They couldn't whoop him.
True.
Till Tyson Fury came into the plate. No, let's take that back. Let's really take that back. Are we forgetting about Corey Sanders that knocked out Klitschko?
Yeah.
Badly. When he was young.
Yeah.
The African. Right?
Well, Deontay, I'm rooting
But
for you.
Tyson Fury did not
And we
come
love
close
you.
to knocking out Klitschko.
No, but this
The
is
best
what
person on
but this is what I'm
Tyson's
saying.
resume
Okay,
is Klitschko.
let's put it like this right here. Who hit the hardest? Wilder or Klitschko?
We don't know.
Wilder.
Klitschko, boy.
It's
It's technical. Look, a wild punch is a wild punch. But when somebody sit on something and they bust you in your face like this, they hit you with everything. Wilder is just freakishly strong. He
I thought
cut
a
you
knockout
strong.
was a knockout.
No.
Like, we can talk about technical skills, but the impact is the impact. You get stopped, you get stopped.
Well,
It's not gonna say
TKO,
how you got
KO.
hurt. Huh?
No, I'm just saying, if a man walked upon you right now and he punched you in your face, you went to sleep. That's nothing. That's nothing. What I'm saying, when I say nothing, that means that was just, he's strong, he hit you with his weight, okay. But I'm talking about when a man walk upon you, turn his body, talk that thing in your face like this, and you on the floor like this. That's brutal.
Yeah.
Like
Hey.
Wilder, what I'm saying, I'm not taking nothing away from Wilder. Wilder is naturally freakishly strong, so anything he hit, he gonna lay it down.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about, far as a boxing standpoint, when is we gonna understand. Okay, let's take basketball for example. We all can argue who the best player in the world is. We all can argue that. But everybody says
Michael
LeBron.
Jordan. Michael Jordan.
Everybody says Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Lonzo.
And then what's the other guy? What's the other guy? The guy from the Bears,
I'm just
Chicago
asking
Bears. I
entertainment
mean,
too.
not Chicago.
Dr. J.
Well, of course, my
Kareem
assessment.
Abdul-Jabbar.
Chicago Bulls.
You know, I just look at the 12th
Scottie
round
Pippen.
with Wilder turning over his power and being able to drop Tyson Fury. Him getting up was not too much of a shocker to me because it was in the 12th round.
Well, we want
He
to
may
talk
not
about
been
the
as-
12th round. That not to cut you off, Brother Scott, but I just want to say this right here. When we go back to the 12th round. Well, since we want to talk about the 12th round, come out. Let me check you. See, y'all don't want to talk about that. Let me check you. When Lou Ortiz had Deontay Wilder doing it right here.
We were there. Oh, that was horrible.
He was in
What
the
he was
world.
doing, what he was doing, what he was
in the
doing.
world.
For
But-
41 seconds, he was buzzed, no doubt about it. In the 7th
Buzz.
round.
Then,
He was in the
41
world.
seconds, he was buzzed.
but then he
He was
had
a
to
whirlwind.
meditate.
Buzz can be a
pull
whirlwind. You know what I'm
himself
saying?
together.
Buzz can be
Man,
a
he was
whirlwind.
more than Buzz.
He
But
never
he
took
pulled
the
What's
knee.
the
himself
man?
out
What's the
of
man?
it.
See?
Wait.
He
That's
never
what
took the
Dr.
knee.
Was
K
the man
comes-
bleeding?
comes-
Hold up.
okay.
Was the man bleeding? Was the man bleeding?
Who, Wilder?
Nah,
Yes,
I
was
didn't
the
see
man
no
bleeding?
blood.
bleeding.
Okay, but why the doctor was on the damn apron then?
Because they decided to take a look at him because he
Oh,
wasn't able
hell
to
no.
look.
Because
The
he
doctor
was
wasn't
a
able to take a
little
look at him
flimsy.
during the round. During the break, he wasn't able to
Wait.
take a look at him because they was
Wait.
putting water on his face and everything.
When the doctor gonna look
So,
at somebody,
okay,
he
so
never
you're-
hit the damn floor. He ain't hit the floor, wasn't no reason to look at him.
I know, but
If
you
he
gotta
walked back to
blame-
the corner, he had the damn round
Yeah,
blame
you
the
have to
doctor.
blame
So are you
whoever-
Blame the doctor.
insinuating that the doctor
shit was
looked
fixed.
at him to give him more time to get himself together?
I disagree.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
I'm not saying that
I
I
just
agree.
feel
I
like
just
the
show
doctor
me
wasn't
in the
able
rule
to check
book
Deontay during the
when
round, when the
first.
break.
Listen now.
Uh-huh.
Listen now. In the rule book, not New York rule book,
Okay.
no, in the ABC rule book,
Okay.
That's true.
the referee
It's supposed
got
watch
to
it.
summon the doctor to the apron.
Okay.
And the doctor,
Doctor,
just
you
walked
can't
in.
just get your ass because the ring is called a field of play.
Right.
Right.
Only person in control is the man that's third in the ring without the gloves on.
Uh-huh.
He the one can say it's over, it's finished, take a point for him. Doctor, okay, you seen the other night.
Hey, we can balance the scale, John. We
What's
can
the
say
name got knocked
Deontay got
out?
more
What did doctor
time
say?
into the
Walk
8.
to me
Yeah.
and prove
To
to
me.
me
True words.
that you can fight.
We can
Right.
say he got a little bit more time in the 8, just like we can say Tyson Fury got 14 count on the 12th round. We can do either or. That involved the referee.
A little more time, and-
I'm not taking neither one of them because both of them joints is the same. It's the same penalty.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Okay.
Deontay Wilder, the referee cheated for you. And the referee cheated for Tyson Fury. So both times you just got screwed. You just was
He can't talk
the
about
common
Deontay
denominator.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Deontay Wilder wasn't on his back, though.
Deontay Wilder, they not talking about you.
The bronze bomber wasn't on
Okay,
his
first
back.
of all,
He wasn't on his back with his eyes in the back of his
man, cut
head,
that
though.
camera off because I got to take
With his
school.
mouth, and he was just going like this.
Cut that camera
He
off.
said he would take it to school.
Okay, let's not
I
go.
can edit this.
Are we done
Yeah.
with our
Man,
little
listen here,
part?
man. You know damn well that man was instructed to do exactly what the hell he was supposed to do. That man was supposed to count 30 because Al told him and the white boy told him, look out. We don't get up there and all that. They gonna fight again. So I don't give a damn if he sleep. You better put some smelling salt in. No, you better slap him on his eye. But you better not count his ass out. So who? Come on, man. Nobody ain't finna lose that kind of money, man. These two.
It's been a pleasure, having this interview here in Tunica, Mississippi. First time on deck.
But you know, so we didn't ask Roderick.
Well,
Man, actually, what you gonna ask him for? You gonna say the wrong damn thing?
Wilder KO.
Who?
Wilder KO.
hey, what round you calling that, Roger? What
Listen,
round?
I give about the 6 or the 7.
6th round?
Man,
Six
listen
or
here.
seven.
You gonna listen to him?
No, this is for the media. Remember, I'm non-biased. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
You
the
know what I'm
media.
saying? You and I say you gonna
Liz
listen
the
to him. The
moment.
people shouldn't listen to him.
I can edit this.
You know
Any
it
final
is.
words to his Twins promotion? Any
Well,
final words?
Ask his brother. Who do you think? Who do you think? Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
We love Wilder. Wilder
I believe
just have so many things above boxing that
Yeah.
just makes him super great to us.
And in the final
Look at
words,
you.
what makes someone a champion is
She
not
go again.
necessarily how many times they win, but it's how they come back after a loss. And we know that Muhammad Ali, who I think none of us would disagree, is one of the greatest champions in sports, period, did not win all of his fights.
That's true.
And he surpassed sports because of his humanitarian efforts. And so Deontay Wilder is quickly becoming a philanthropic humanitarian, and that is going to make him a great human being who will excel and exceed even beyond boxing.
fantastic closing summation.
Yes.
Mr. Owens, any closing words?
No, I ain't gonna close the word. I just
So
say
win, lose, or draw.
I
It's
really look
gonna be
forward
great.
to this fight.
Tyson Fury.
I called this 7th round. He was gonna knock Louis Ortiz out last time.
And I like Luis Ortiz.
I
He's
called
cute.
you.
I like him.
Man, you ain't calling that after you called
What he
one
looking
out
at?
after all the fights you went to school.
What'd he say?
When you said, oh, this and that and that. You know,
Okay,
no,
tell
no,
him
no,
to
no,
call
about
in right
'cause
now. 'Cause
ask him who he think is. Ask him who the greatest fighter is right now. You gonna laugh?
Karen Street.
Round the
Who the
street.
greatest fighter is right now?
Greatest fight right now.
Striker, who the greatest fighter? You know, be careful what
Me.
you say. You know,
Canelo.
Canelo Alvarez.
Canelo, he number one.
Canelo?
Did I say he's slow?
He number one.
Canelo, I don't think
Well, who do you
Oh,
believe is
number
the
one.
number one
You don't
pound
like
for pound
Canelo?
right now? No, I hope
You
so.
said pound for
I don't
pound?
think he's
Don't
the
like
best.
Yeah, number one pound for pound.
Nobody
number
likes
one.
Canelo. Tell
Canelo.
Canelo to stop. Tell Canelo to get off the juice, man.
Canelo.
Who you got,
number
John?
one.
Tell
Who you got
Canelo to
pound
get
for
off
pound?
the juice. Who's pound fighter right now? Like outright by themselves in their own class. Crawford.
Okay.
I take EJ over Crawford.
Terrence
Ooh, it's
Crawford
so
is
boring.
He
No,
said he take
Terrence
EJ
Crawford
over
is no
Crawford.
joke.
Ooh.
I take EJ over Crawford.
Who's EJ?
Very expensive.
First of all,
You better go crazy about that one right there.
listen here, man.
Go crazy.
Listen here, man. I already told
Hey,
you,
Bobo.
put your life on that.
Hey, we finished.
EJ over Crawford.
Terry Crawford will beat the hell out of Earl Spence.
John was saying
He don't even
down
understand.
here for breakfast.
You think so?
He'll beat the hell out of them.
Well, we might be able to see that in
Bobo
the
said
future.
what time for breakfast?
You know, see them lock up in the future. There's just so much in between that right now.
He said just call him.
Hey, I appreciate it. You know, I'm about to close down this interview. It's been a pleasure.
Now.
Hell, man.
So we can work on that sports.
Who else eat